you know, I think it's really, really hard to make your own footsteps in the sand. And so I ran away from it for a very, very long time because I didn't know how to handle it. I really didn't, because no one was there to teach me.
Well, there's not really a textbook on it.
No,
either,
there's no
really,
book that you can check
there?
out of a library, how to be a Legends child,
Exactly.
you know. So I didn't really know how to do that. So I did. I dyed my hair purple and I sang on Blondie records, and that was fun. And I sang rock and roll, and I did everything that until I finally said, you know, I think I have to really sit down and investigate my heritage.
What persuaded you to do that? Was there one moment when you thought, you know what, I've got to do this?
I think when I had my children, and I thought to myself, what am I going to tell them? And what am I going to, when they ask me, what am I going to explain to them the story? And that's when I thought to myself, okay, I'm ready, I'm at peace, I'm calm, I'm happy to do this, to make sure that people never ever forget what she left us.
Did your children ever meet your mother?
No.
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 So...
My mom passed away, I was 16.
And she was 47.
Yeah.
What kind of mum was she? And are you a similar kind of mum?
In a lot of ways I am. She was the best mom she knew how to be, okay? Because when you are of that stature and you have that much pressure and work and all of that, to be everybody's icon and everybody's legend. But then you come home and you have to be a mom. So it was, she did the best job she could.
See,
and
someone could interpret that comment, she did the best job she could, as almost negative.
No, it's not. No, I do the best job I can. I think we all do the best job we can with the circumstances that we are given. Okay, we're not going to get out there, I'm never going to get out there and say, I was a brilliant mom. Because my kids will look at me and say, really? Okay. But, you know, you are the best parent you know how to be. So she was, and you're talking about a time also, you're talking about the 50s and the 60s and all of that when we were growing up, of having great expectation. I mean, my mom did 37 movies, okay? And she did over 1,000 and some odd concerts, and she did, you know, way over 1,000 radio shows. So she was constantly working. And there were always that pressure of to keep going. And she was always doing that. And she had 3 children. So yeah. It's, you know, and in today's world, that a lot of people have to keep going to keep working.
Now that you have opened the songbook and you're singing and performing her songs, the responsibility you must feel is enormous to live up to her reputation and name and to do her justice. Yeah,
it is it's a responsibility. There's a legacy there that I keep very, very, very intact, and I'm very protective of it. I'm very protective of her films, I'm very protective of her name and likeness, and I want it to be shown in the proper light because that's what she would have wanted. And I think to myself, this is what people want to see. They want to go into a theater, and when we open in Edinburgh, okay, you will be able to see the songbook, every single song you will have heard, and you will go back in your life and say, oh my gosh, I remember where I was and what I was doing, who I was dating when I heard these songs. And that's what we want to do. We just want to give people 2 hours of escapism and pay tribute to the most talented woman that ever walked the face of show business.